Okay. I never watched the footage on my own. Okay, this is a new type of video I'm gonna be doing, like as an experiment for now, for today. And here I thought that the FPS actually looked bad. Kinda seems very low. It's like 40 or 50 or maybe some lower than 40. But what I try to do is just record gameplay and focus on the gameplay. But the problem is that it kinda, does this terrible FPS. Gives me the terrible FPS thingy. It was also doing it with mic, but at least I was talking at the same time. But now I had the peace of mind of not talking and doing the gameplay, but I also had to do another thing, like another thing, what is it called? Side quest simultaneously, so I had to do the recording of the gameplay, play the game, and also do the side quest. Which was also related to OBS. I had to record something for my mom, and I had to hear the recording was if the recording stopped, and that's where I had the mishaps and terrible timings in gameplay. Overall, let's get on with the topic. So, as you see also, it's not November, right? It's November, and I'm also participating. To me, for now, for today, it's like 5 November, and well, I'm holding up. Yeah, I'm holding up. It's kind of annoying, not annoying, but it's tedious. Not even tedious, but this is the other word. It's kind of a little bit of excruciating feeling when you get the cravings back. But I tough it out. I don't look at porn, and I just exercise if it's possible at the same time, because if it's a day for me to exercise, go hard. But I had come to realization that what was it called? I also had this plan of, like, before November, I was like jacking off, and also had this what is it called, excuse for myself that if I did that, I wouldn't, and I didn't start NoFap, I would be in a constant state of being agitated, aggravated, and also I'm in university, right? And I had to be looking at being the presence of females all the time. By the way, I say females, presence of girls, and I'll be probably attracted to. And the excuse was pretty much from also Joe Rogan's podcast one time, when they were talking about NoFap, and Joe Rogan made a good point, like, for the guys, but he was also not talking about my kind of, like, people like me. He was talking about people who were also going on dates regularly, having relationships, like, but short-term relationships, and having sex. I'm not that type of guy. I can't do that, or I don't have, or even though I don't have that as well. And I don't want that. That's the third part. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go short-term dates with short times, and to have short-term relationships and flings, like one-night bars, because that's also was caused by my disposition, like my personality, and to accommodate for that also. This is my principle and soul belief. Well, let's say it this way. My personality was not helping me at all to get chicks in the first place, but I didn't attempt it in the first place because my high moral judgment and principles led me to that phase that I don't want any of that kind of possibilities if it was presented to me at all. And it's like, and in the first place, I can't even do that. So I'm converging both of those points into one. That was a good escape right now. And the result of that was that I am proud of how I am, not sorting myself out, but how I am. Okay, that was a bad one. How I live my life by principles. And I'm looking for a wife, not a fucking short-term relationship. I'm gonna make that clear. But I'm saying this as if that's impossible in the first place. But here's the part. I did kind of sort out my what's it called? Sort out my problems, like self-esteem and other kind of problems that made me feel like when I went outside, although attractive girls that I saw, I instantly felt pain, like not pain by anywhere, but it was like psych by what's it called? I felt not physically but psychically. I don't know if that's a word, but psychological pain, I guess. It's like more attuned. And I kind of solved that with adding a second voice who was challenging and proposing all of my beliefs and digging it a little deeper, which was also what's it called? It was not proposed, but the other word. It was jump-started by one comment, not one comment, but the talk that I had with my dad, and he was very displeased how my hair looked like. He said it doesn't suit you well. You have to find a different haircut or do something else. And that made me like, that's a normal conversation, right? Like a person telling you about his thoughts. But I went to this dissociative state where I got shot in myself. I mean, I shot it myself in, and what is it called? Oh, I also got in the room and started recollecting the information and thinking about solutions and stuff. But that feeling didn't go away. That I was feeling. Also, I'm learning psychology, but I had symptoms of asthenia or something. It was also a depressive episode or something. But hear me out. It's like people be thinking like, oh, it's Gen Z. They get everything emotionally and shit. Well, it might be a little bit true. Like, it might be true at that point, but this is a different cause. Also, I was going at this in my course. It was a problem that I had. This is the same emotional state as I felt as in childhood, as I did right now, which is repressing memories, you know. And what I gathered is that all of the memories that I had from my father was about what was wrong. It wasn't really active relationship, right? And the only things that you hear from it was what was wrong. Not really anything positive and stuff. So yeah, that was pretty. I don't know what I could do at that point. I was kind of confused. I didn't even look at any places, any of the other parts. But let's continue. I was talking about how I felt about the other match. I'm gonna go into another match instantly. I felt that I was in the same place as a child I was before. In the morning, my dad left for work. I was asleep, and I got up. I was in that fucking miserable place again. was trying to play it out, it didn't work. When I got into the not bus, but train, yeah, on the subway, and I got in the train. After some stops, some stations later, I was talking to myself. This other voice, like, it's me, but this kind of my other self was like, are we gonna stay in this phase all day? We're gonna be here in a whole day. Don't you wanna move out of this state? And I said, yes, of course. But it feels good to be in this miserable state and feel this pain, this melancholy, you know? That feeling was there. This was actually pretty good. Sneakiness. That was like I was in her head, and I didn't even see any part of me. I'll play that. That was played brilliantly. Okay, let me continue. So I challenged that idea, and I was like, no, I'm gonna rip it apart. That feeling, miserable feeling right now. No, I want. And the other part was like, no, I want to have it. I want to keep it. That was the what is it called? In my language I know what it's called, but I haven't really translated it in English. Which is yeah, it's the resistance effect you get from trauma. And there's a resistance from it. I was like, don't you want to get better? Yes. Then why are you resisting? Because I want to stay in the same place that I made myself out of. And I ripped it apart. I just, no, we're gonna solve this, we're gonna think about it. And I start thinking about it, and I looked at it in another way, another phase, and another point of view. And it went down to I went down to rabbit hole, and it was asserted to guilt. It was guilt. All along, it was guilt. I was like, why are you feeling guilty? Why? There's no point. You didn't do anything wrong. It was just them. And that was like, what is it called? It was a revelation for me, like, and also the class I had, like, the 2 days, or what is it? I don't know what's it called. Maybe it was the same day that I had class. They showed a movie about good time. It was abrupt. Let's continue. And was that the phase? What was I talking about? Yeah. Continue to the point. No, oh yeah. When I read the lectures, the lecturers showed the point where there was defensive mechanisms. They were talking about defensive mechanisms, and shows a clip from Good Will Hunting about, one of the moments when the Robin Williams, I don't know the movies like people names, but Robin Williams told the person, or just too ignorant, but told them how it was not his fault, and repeated it many times until he stopped saying I know and started to cry and healed other parts of themselves. That's how I felt, but without crying, because it was just confusing, not the emotional part. I did feel emotion because I felt so lightened up and more motivated. And the other part also, this was due to that kind of, that's when I was trying to do the laptop thing with the OBS record. The other part was that exact thing that I was talking about, which was self-esteem, and how I felt like psychological pain when I see beautiful girls, to me beautiful. I'm saying this weirdly, but that was lifted up. I didn't have to to the squinting thing again. I was like alive, but I wasn't fully social, I had my disposition still in the same place, but I didn't have to feel the pain. That was great. And hopefully that doesn't come back, circling back. But I have this other voice that always challenges me when things become pathological, if that's the case, if that's the right formalization of the sentence. That's correct. The sense of using that, if that's correct the way to say that, right? And it was good escape as well. And attraction didn't really felt with pain. There was also generally when I'm in a bus, I'm in a good mood. Like I show it with my I'm listening to the song in my head, and I do this tapping things on the bar like an ADHD person. Maybe I am, I don't know. But that's like me trying to do the rhythm thing. And when I do that, it's usually, I don't know if people notice it, but people see it. And it's kind of eccentric, Bible person, timid person. Like everyone in our culture is very timid, but in sorts of expression, how to express it, how society is expressed in that culture. So it was this weird moment that two girls come up at the bus and like 1 meter close. I was just vibing with myself. What is it called? It's in my own world, but I did see I do look around in bus sometimes when new faces arrive to just observe, like a surveillance camera. And those one of the girls was attracted to me, and when I was tapping on the bar, she started like trying to tap it into her nails, and as if to, hey, look at me, trying to talk to you or something, but was not in the sense of clear directional message, like clear approach. I was just like, I'm not gonna do anything about this because I was feeling that this person was attracted to me, but the intuition was telling me they're not the right person. Intuition hasn't lied to me. It hasn't lied to me once. Well, with people, I guess. Yeah, I did have the old crush, but the person who I had an old crush with was correct person. It just didn't reciprocate, you know what I mean? It wasn't saying that the personality that I had, I gathered and everything that I had information about her was true. And so I let it go. I didn't give them a knack if that was possible, but I don't know if this is like a delusional thinking as well, because you're never sure, and we're living in an age like man can really risk anything with people. It's just better to not, just don't push it. But I do live in a third world country, so it's not weird. We're not particularly American culture fully. We do have our own society with norms, but this is my cautious self validating my own statement as well by using those arguments. But that was also invalidated, so I just operate how I feel like to operate. And continuing the talk, it was like this is for like weeks gist of it on how feelings went and on and went. And I talked about also the name of the topic that I actually wanted to talk about, but it would have been brief if I didn't mention these parts. because these parts are also kind of related to the topic. But let's continue the topic and let's go to the end. What I was saying is that why the name of the video is Dante's journey to I don't know, I don't really remember the full title, but Dante's journey to November, through hell, that's what I'm trying to say, is because my hormones will be in high full gear. The desensitization to women, to women's qualities that I had because of porn and high stimulation is now gone. I'm not masturbating, so that means that's gone too. And what that means is that in game, let's add the Dante's what is it called? Catchphrase, but Dante's usual. What is it? No, let's just forget it. But I'm not doing that anymore. As a participant of Not Number World. What I'm mostly scared of is that if I go out, I'll be more daring and stupid, and I will be more trusting and not cautious. And cautiousness is needed because most of the time I'm not the person that I will do that kind of thing, but I'm scared I will be stupid if I do if in the mid or end of the November, if I go that far as well. That's the thing. But I think I'm gonna go far more, have more chance to go far due to the reasons that I have, things that I want to do and habits that I have already, what's it called, habits that I've built up over the years. I'm trying to hide right now so I can get the hatch, because that's the right thing to do. Can you do 3 gens and finish it? It's just impossible, so I'm trying to wait for the person to die or end themselves. But let's get on the topic. And what I've been saying is that I'm scared that I might do something stupid and regret it. But hardships and mistakes build character. But I don't want that. I don't want my first any kind of actual relationship to be a fluke. And that. But I did have my fantasies about that, and it wasn't really. It was awesome, but not. It was in the eyes of, it was in the mind of, what is it called? Imagine yourself as a deprived person who wants to have that food and eating the food and feeling the best kind of thing. But think of it as a short-term solution to a long-term plan. Not a plan, but well, not a solution per se, but more of it's like cutting corners, But one of the other things is that I will be more direct or action oriented. I could have gone to another place, but I thought functioning well, and the hatch was right here. And if I become that person who takes more action and becomes more direct, she was kind of pissed. More action and it's just more straightforward. How I feel that I will do something that I would not like. But there's another version of this, is that I'm anticipating the thing that I might wanna do. And I'm gonna cut this out. What was I saying is that I fear that I'm gonna do something bad, that's stupid, and I won't like it. But also I'm anticipating that I'm gonna do something that I wanted to do, and I'll have more fuel or impulses to do it. You know what I mean? Like not, I'll be more impulsive to write the plan in direction that I had a, what's it called? I have thought about before, you know, but I couldn't do it because I was too much of a coward. And it also it's related to testosterone or testosterone functions, because it doesn't make you angry, it just makes you more direct and more focused. But not focused, but just accentuates it accentuates your own dispositions, which can be good or also bad. Imagine if you're like a more explosive and angry person, how much agitated will you be? No? Yeah, it will be worse. And it's like a pleasure, like jacking off is a sedative, you know? You calm yourself down and you feel like instead of consciousness, that it's blank, like you feel like you're blank, having a blank mind. There's a better word suited for this, but it's not coming to me right now. Coming. That was a bad word, bad pun, bad joke. Yeah, that's more in tune. And what I'm kinda hoping will happen, and I will be able to follow through this, is, yeah, that's very bad. I wasn't really intuitively thinking that. You could say, oh, there was nothing you could do, you noticed the red light and you didn't go along, that happens. But no, man, I wasn't really concentrating here. If I concentrated more, I would have done better. Okay, let's continue. I have this thought, like, not, I have been thinking about this. If I met this magical girl again, as I stated in the last video, and I had the pleasure of meeting her, what if I had a chance to talk to her again? I was talking about it right now, but what I'm saying is that if I had the chance to talk to her, what I'm gonna say, I had to think this beforehand, because if I'm faced with the reality and I really want to talk, I'll just won't speak and just move on my business. So I had to think what I was gonna say, what words should I choose, and I would have thought about it. And right now revising it is pretty good, but I'm saying this in English, so it's kind of still revision, but not quite. And I have thought about what I'm gonna say. For that, I try to hide here, and then you see what happens. It's a good hiding spot, but I saw the blood and I was like, damn, she sees the blood, and here it's me. So nah, try to crouch, like become less visible, but it didn't work out. So the other thing is that, yeah, not all the other thing, but what I'm thinking I would say is that, let me back up because I have no footage. I was thinking that I would say, like, can I ask you something, like in my own language, and if I came across her, and this question would be like, do you live here, or are you friends with someone who lives here? Because I've seen you around a lot, like recently. Not recently, but a couple of times. She will answer that I know she is a friend of someone, because I haven't seen her like live here. I know who lives here, but who doesn't. And when she says that, I'm gonna say in full English, trying to go through her with a shortcut, but it was a kind of mess up. I will say in full English, and this will be a test as well. Oh, cool. And just go. She might be confused, say, I think just go along her way. And that was a weird thing to say. Weird, and but she might be thinking about that kind of conversation and we forget it. But maybe she will just ask me and trying to continue the conversation because I was trying to cut it off. And I would say that I'm not a really attractive person. I am trying to maximize my things that can increase that. I'm trying to learn, like be academically better, working out, maybe eating. I'm just following my mom's cooking, but maybe eat better. But I'm trying to actively eat more, you know, gain weight. And the other thing is that I have to max out my. I don't know what to do with my haircut. Yeah, I'm liking this longer version, but I don't know what kind of haircut suits me. So stuck in this limbo of messy, not even messy, but like when messy looking haircut look good, right? But it's a haircut because it's done messily. I don't know if that's a word, but the haircut that I'm trying to say is that I don't have a hairstyle, so I'm just stuck in this position. And yeah, and if I did skincare better, that would be great. But I did think I have this new sound. I didn't think about this before right now. Now that I think about it, that Dr. K did say, don't forget me, Judge GG. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter what kind of thing that happens. If you have, love will happen. It will come find you. So, video ended, but I mean the video with me talking. And it happens, but if it doesn't happen, then I guess I'll die alone and that's it. But eventually it will happen. Here's the problem, man. It's that I'm not looking for to be loved. I'm looking this kind of reciprocal relationship that I wanna be falling, like I wanna be loved by the person who I love, you know? Like it's kind of perception, I already said it, is that this perception that it's kind of wrong for me to accept the love of a person who I don't really like. And I'm feeling that that kind of situations will arise, and I will be in this constant limbo of maybe I'm liking the higher versions, like higher rated people, and I'm looking for too much, and I'm too low, and have to think about lower rate. Not rated people, but go like if I'm a 6, I have to go for 6 or lower. That's kind of tough, and yeah, I have to improve, but I don't know how. Because I don't have the information, and it's in the video because this is just darkness. Nothing's going on. Maybe I'll add some footage to it, but turn the video off. Just say that November will be a hell, a journey that I don't need to go through. Might fail, might win. Either way, will be an experience. That's a good send off. Well, bye everybody. See you in the next episode, which is day 8. But today was day 7. I forgot to mention day 7. 7. Oh, this is the 7th episode. And the other thing. Yeah. Oh yeah, my killer outro. Not killer outro, but how I send you off. Well, I don't know why I said shit. Well, this is the OG Minecraft days that I liked so much to do. Say that. So yeah.